Hello, everyone. This is Zippi, nurse and certified food addiction counselor, and welcome to my weekly live every Tuesday now at 4:30. I hope that you can hear me well because of the wind. I am sitting in the forest quite close to my home in the Galilee, in the lower Galilee of Israel, and so welcome. And I just want to dedicate today's live to a short explanation of what is GPS to Sugar Free, the program that I've developed over 10 years and with over 20 years of experience that helps people detox from sugary, starchy, hyper-processed foods, and also to live free of addictive eating, of that obsession. And what it helps people to do is get to a healthy body with a free mind. So GPS to Sugar Free, the GPS basically, which is a map how to live sugar free. It's the first letters of the 3 phases of my program, which is G is groundwork, P is pillars, and S is strategies and actions. So the groundwork or the base is the knowledge, is getting to understand what these sugary, starchy, hyper-processed foods do to your brain, to your body, to your appetite, to your urges, to your cravings, and really to get a really deep understanding of how different people react to different foods, because what that helps so much is take away that feeling that there's something wrong with me, or I have a weak character, or I don't have enough self-discipline or something. It has nothing to do with that. It's just about really physiology, neurology, and yes, some of our past experiences and emotions and what have you, but it's really not because people are weak, that they can't stop eating junk food. And the next thing is pillars. There are 4 pillars which basically hold up that inner, that inner building, or we build this new structure from within to live free, to live in food freedom, to live sugar free. And the 4 pillars are 4 basic food rules that if people keep to these rules, then they are basically helping their bodies and their brain not go into that vicious circle of craving and tiredness and appetite and and never feeling full and feeling heavy and tired. So the 4 pillars are no flour, no sugar, eating meals and without any snacking in between. And the 4th pillar is learning your own personal triggers. It's those behaviors and specific foods that maybe don't have sugar and flour that trigger in you that loss of control when it comes to eating. And the S, you lost me there. Sorry about that. And the S in the strategies and actions are basically the new habits that we have to form in order to really, and the new way of thinking about food and junk food and all those things that really help turn this into a way of life and not just some project or diet that has a beginning and an end, and then you get everything back with interest, or things just go back to the way they were, or sometimes even worse. So basically, in order to really recover from food addiction, or even if it's just to feel like you can control the food that you eat instead of food controlling your life, it's not enough to think about the food. It's not enough just to think about the physical part. I won't eat sugar and flour and then everything will be fine. The thing is that when these sugary, starchy, hyper-processed foods are also addictive, like drugs. And in addiction, it's not just about the using. It's not just about the drug itself. It's not just about the alcohol. It's not just about the nicotine and the cigarettes. It's also about the way our brain reacts to these addictive substances, including sugar and all these hyper-processed foods. So we have to basically form new habits, new actions, new ways of thinking that can really turn this into a new way of life. There's that famous quote that if you want a different result, don't expect to be able to get it by just doing the same thing and a little more. So if you really want, if you've been trying to eat in a controlled manner, or do it everything in moderation, and it's not working for you, maybe it's time to try something new, and then you can probably get a new result. A lot of people think that going completely off sugar and flour is like mission impossible, especially long term. Not true. The truth is that when we stop eating, but if you want this really to last long term, it's very, very important to develop new habits and strategies that you can deal when that urge does come back to have something sweet, or to, partake of something that is going to put you back in that vicious cycle. And sometimes those urges can be pretty strong. Sometimes it doesn't happen at the beginning, it happens actually in the long term. And then it's very, very important to know what you can do, because once we get free of the sugary, hyper-processed foods, we can choose. But even that choice, it's great when you have a wonderful toolbox to help you make the right choices. That's when you know that recovery can really begin. So that is the explanation of my program, GPS to Sugar Free. And I do this in Hebrew in group sessions, but in English as well for individuals. And also sometimes people come to me as couples when a couple wants to make a real change in the home and a lasting change in the home, which is an amazing thing to see. So if that interests you, please look me up. You can PM me and I'd be happy to work with you. So I want to wish everyone a wonderful evening. Have a great day. And I wish you to be free of any of the obstacles that are stopping you from getting to your personal goals. If you liked this video, give it a like, give it a share. And if you're watching it on my YouTube channel, so please subscribe to my channel. And if you hit the notification button, you will get notified every time that a new Zippi Live comes up. Bye.